My name is David Walton. I'm the Managing Director of Kudos Linen Hire. We're based in the fantastic city of Newcastle upon Tyne, up in the northeast of England. We started the business, well, I say we, myself and my best pal and fellow director Steve Gray, started the business in 2016. And now we have a good sized business with dozens of employees, a nice customer base. Yeah, up until 2020, like a lot of laundries, we were using Excel, a manual paper system to manage what was a growing business. During COVID, I looked again at our office processes, took the time during that period to look at the systems we were using. And it coincided with some personnel leaving, new staff arriving who would have to deal with the administration work. Having identified that we really needed to computerise and look for some software solutions to what we were doing as we grew and the paper systems were becoming unwieldy, I attended the Kleenex show at Ascot in 2022, 2023. And on my list was to look at software. There were several on the market, some of which were very expensive, seemed very generalised and targeting larger industrial laundries. LinenTech seemed to answer most of the questions and problems that we were facing at Kudos as a growing business. The first improvement we saw after implementing LinenTech was the simple time saving from entering up all manual data, which was very long-winded. The work at the time, the paperwork, probably equated to around 3 full working days of a week for one member of staff to enter it up. So that was removed instantaneously. The second was a more professional and modern feel to what we were doing. It was embraced by the factory staff actually from day one. They weren't keen on bits of paper and writing things out, and this felt like we were bringing the business into the 21st century. It's interesting that the impact of LinenTech has been changed through the 2 or 3 years we've been using it. To start with, it was just the basic processes on the factory floor, and the invoicing were massively improved and streamlined. However, we've now got that couple of years of data and we're delving deeper and deeper into the system ourselves and using that body of knowledge to be more proactive around stock control with the customers. We're able to manage customer order in a better way. It stops hoarding of stock by the customers, and it at the same time allows us to manage more efficiently the stock we have. And we have a general knowledge of the client's needs. I think in my element of the work, the stock take and the going and seeing the customers, the time saving is immense, absolutely immense. So LinenTech's helped us manage our customer relationships more effectively, because before attending any meeting with a customer, LinenTech allows me to carry out really quite in-depth analysis as to what that customer is doing, how they're behaving with the use of the linen, and it puts me in a really informed position when I'm sat in front of them, and help them to just really manage their relationship with us better, which saves the customer money, and at the same time we get a more efficient use of our stock again. It's giving us that knowledge and that ability to have conversations with our customers that other people are not having with them. So LinenTech's helping us manage that relationship and do that for the customer, so that there are no issues with our day-to-day trading with them. We're just there to look after them. LinenTech improved our overall operation efficiency, most certainly. The automated systems that's brought with it have speeded up many of the processes on the factory floor, and in particular in the office. This is a direct cost saving on labour. It saves time and money, and then using the same amount of resources that were available to us, it's allowed us to be more proactive in our relationship with the customers. There's been a large reduction in sort of administrative errors. It creates more certainty for us as a business. When we're talking to the customer, we can back our figures up with a full history, whereas under the old paper system, it was laborious and time consuming, and probably then didn't happen as often as it should do. But now it's very, very easy and very, very slick. 9.5 out of 10, I guess. Everybody can always do better, us included. LinenTech are based in California and we're in Newcastle in the northeast. It really works without any bother. There is a time zone difference, so it means our meetings have to be scheduled for the afternoon to speak to the LinenTech staff, but that's no problem. And I have to say, whenever we email them to ask for a conversation or a meeting, Jack, who we deal with, he's first rate. He's back to us, make an appointment, and he's always there for the meetings when we have them. He doesn't just answer the question that we have. I can talk to him about the ideas we have for the business, and he'll say, look, there's a feature that you weren't aware of. Let me show you that. I recently had a conversation that was probably an hour and a half long with him. It was fantastic, and he showed me some things that LinenTech could do that I hadn't even found, and it was brilliant, absolutely superb. So it gives us then things that we can challenge our own staff with or start to incorporate into what we do. So no, it's first rate. It's first rate. Having a good support team, I think, is really critical with these things. They're a service businesses in the same way we are, and the one thing we pride ourselves on is dealing with the customers' issues promptly and straight away and in a polite way. And it's not unreasonable to expect the same. So it's good for us. We certainly wouldn't look elsewhere as it stands for a supply, and we've recommended LinenTech to a number of other laundries in the process. And I'm quite happy to sit here and give this testimonial. I think that's good enough. I would certainly recommend LinenTech to other commercial laundries. It's a good intuitive system. It's developing all the time, and at a cost that I think is acceptable to a mid-sized laundry such as ourselves. So it's a good system. I think it's fair to say that LinenTech, in summary, has ticked the boxes of what we wanted it to do when we set out installing a software program for the laundry. It's done the things I wanted it to do, and it's now delivering more. So it's been a really good addition to the company, and we're starting to now move into other areas of the business where LinenTech again will be a key component of that as we move forward.